Jöregelt kívánok, hogy vagy? It's been a little while. At least it feels like it's been a little while since I did a morning video. And as the coffee is brewing and I've got my cappuccino. That's what I do. I usually make it myself a cappuccino, maybe one, maybe two, to have with my biscotti, and and then I have my cup of coffee with my breakfast. Creatures of habit. Aren't we all creatures of habit? They say that you do something 21 days in a row, statistically, and it'll become a habit. Do something 21 days in a row and it'll become a habit. I remember telling a woman I was dating that very same thing, and she had reached a point in her life where she wanted to try to give up drinking. And she asked me if I would go 21 days. She asked me if I would go 21 days with her. Such as, she figured that if she didn't drink for 21 days, then she wouldn't be drinking anymore. And I thought, sure. I said, I'll take the challenge and go the 21 days without drinking. And she lasted, I think, about 12 hours or something like that. It was probably more like a day. But anyway, she lasted. She didn't last, is the point. She didn't last, and I thought that I would be an example for her. And I went the whole 21 days. And as I went that 21 days, I was driving around the southern island of New Zealand, and I started to do a lot of soul searching. And I just thought to myself, to what benefit is alcohol? I mean, really, at the end of the day, to what real benefit does it relax me? And if I need something to relax me, then something else is wrong. And anyway, I'm getting off on a tangent. I woke up this morning and I was flipping the phone through Facebook. And say what you will about Facebook, every now and then, depending on, I guess, who your friends are, who you expose yourself to, really depends on what you get out of Facebook. And I have some friends on Facebook that I don't know even whether virtual friends. Let's just call them virtual friends. I have some virtual friends on Facebook, and they're always posting hate-filled stuff. Hate for Muslims, or hate for Trump, or hate for this, or hate for that. And hate is what it is. It's hate. No matter what you call it. When you post stuff about things of that nature, it's just hate. At the end of the day, it's hate. And when I post something, I try to post something, and I ask myself, is what I'm posting really going to make this a better world? Is what I'm going to share with the world, is it going to make it a better place or a worse place? And that's usually my question before I hit that little button that says send. Is it going to make it a better place or a worse place, insofar as the world is concerned? But one of the things I read this morning, it said grace. See if I can remember it. Grace is when somebody hurts you, trying to understand their situation instead of getting them back. So grace is when somebody hurts you and you try to understand their situation instead of paying them back. And I thought that was a rather nice quote. So I'm all about quotes, in case you haven't figured out. I'm all about quotes. But anyway, I do these videos I do these videos whereas I share my thoughts, and I realize that a lot of people probably enjoy these videos when I sit here and I just talk about whatever the hell is on my mind. And some people say my voice has a calming effect. My voice has a calming effect on them, and other people, take me to work with them every morning. They'll put me on the car and and take me to work. But I'm not always in the mood to do these videos for whatever reason. It's a mood thing, if you will, and I'm not always in the mood. Like, I haven't been in the mood these past couple days, and maybe in part because I'm trying to sort out my thoughts and feelings. And my thoughts have been preoccupied really with two things lately. And one is my job, my work. If you want to see a masterpiece, go to peter.certifiedtransmission.com. I've been working on that damn page now for, I don't know, a month and a half, just trying to get every little detail right. When you look at it on a cell phone or a tablet or whatever, making sure everything is responsive and what have you. And now I'm working on the forms. When you click on different buttons, making the forms pop up just right. And it's a long time in the process, but when I'm done, I will have one product that I can sell over and over and over and over again. So it doesn't bother me that it's taking so long. The other thing that's been on my mind is Yane. And it's interesting because it's been a while since a woman stirred the emotions in my heart that Yane has. It's not that there haven't been women in my life over the last several years, but Yane has woken up some feelings that have been absent for a while. And I feel like a little kid. Yesterday I went down to the meeting and I took some pictures that I had printed out of her and I, and showing them to some of my friends and everything. And so Yane is coming to visit, and she's coming with her 19-year-old daughter. Her 19-year-old daughter is just learning how to drive. Her name is Andre. It's like Adriana or something. I have a hard time pronouncing the Spanish, but they call her Andre for short. And so her 19-year-old daughter is coming, and Yane, and I'm not going to say that they're going to stay indefinitely, but they're coming, and I don't know when they're leaving. So it's they have a home. They have a share rental situation up in Orlando. So it's not like they're going to come and stay indefinitely. But who knows? Stranger things have happened in my life. But I got to tell you, it's going to be. I hope and I think it's going to be nice sharing my home with the two of them. I need love in my life is what I need. I need instead of waking up to a quiet, empty house, I need or it'll be good for me to have some love in my life. And yesterday somebody, I think it was Melissa, said that I deserve it. I deserve it. And there's two things that challenge me in life more than any other. Is that when people tell me that I deserve something, and when people sing my praises and say, "Oh, you're incredible, you're amazing, you're this and you're that," insofar as being deserving of something, to say that I'm deserving of love or deserving of anything for that matter. I always think about the people in this world that are so much less fortunate. Like right now, there's a boy walking around in the slums of Calcutta, so to speak, and he finds himself in such a situation by beyond any control of his own, and who's to say that he's not deserving, or more deserving than me. Life is a crapshoot, and to say that to say or feel that I'm deserving is it makes me wonder if not somebody else is deserving as well, and they'll never they'll never come to have what I have. So I don't feel deserving. I don't feel deserving of anything, for that matter. I don't feel that I deserve anything. I wonder what Alexa, Volume 7. Alexa, define deserving.
Disturbing means causing distress or worry or anxiety.
No. Alexa, define deserve.
The word deserve means be worthy or deserving.
Okay, well, anyway. Alexa, what's the meaning of love?
The word love has many meanings. As a verb, 1. Have a great affection or liking for. 2. Get pleasure from. 3. Be enamored or in love with. And as a noun, 1. A strong positive emotion of regard and affection. 2. Any object of warm affection or devotion. 3. A beloved person, used as terms of endearment. 4. A score of 0 in tennis or squash.
So I've taken after my dad in not holding back and telling people that I love them, and I've told Janae, I mean the emotions are just bursting out of my heart, and I don't want to hold them back, and I've told Janae that I love her, and probably told her more times than I care to admit, but when you listen to Alexa give you the definition, it's a strong feeling. Whatever you heard what Alexa said, but it's a strong feeling, and I can't deny that I don't have strong feelings. So I guess it's all how you look at it. When you say the word love in Spanish, when you tell somebody you love them, I haven't fully grasped this, but in Spanish, when you tell somebody you love them, that's really, really, really deep, or something like that. But anyway, Yanae, for that matter, Yanae hasn't told me she loves me, but I think she said me too one time. But anyway, it's going to be the biggest challenge. The biggest challenge of having Yanae and her daughter down here is that I'm going to have to share my biscotti. I was looking at this morning. I wake up and I actually select. I look through the thing and think, which biscotti do I want today? And I'm thinking to myself that I'm going to have to share my biscotti with Yanae and her daughter. And am I going to be able to do that? That comes from growing up in a big family, sharing. And when I was growing up in a big family with 9 brothers and sisters, boy, you got something. You held on to it for dear life. You didn't want to share it. You just, it was yours. And I've had to come to learn over the years about the value and the importance of sharing. But anyway, with that being said, I'll do the high hopes. I got to give a shout out to Adam. Adam, I watched your video yesterday on Facebook, and right on, brother. You keep doing what you're doing, and lose that weight. You're an inspiration to me. You're an inspiration, and Bob. Bob is a guy that I've met recently. That's a coder. And I've done some Google Hangouts with him where I see him on the other end of the see him on the computer, and boy, I look at that and I see myself 20 some years ago in the same situation that he is in, but anyway, and David, right on with getting the gimbal. David down under got the gimbal, and David, I use some cheap ass Sony Handycam that's not even intended for the gimbal. Yeah, I just get it to when I got the gimbal, I was thinking, well, I'm going to go out and buy a $2,000 camera and what have you. And you know what? I just had an old Handycam laying around, and I just decided to use that. But anyway, you know what? I've read this before on my morning thoughts, but it's worth It's worth reading again, and it's the prayer for a new day. And it says, help to keep my heart clean and to live so honestly and fearlessly that no outward failure can dishearten me or take away the joy of conscious integrity. Open wide the eyes of my soul so that I may see the good in all things. Isn't that a great quote? Open wide the eyes of my soul that I may see the good in all things. Grant me this day some new vision of thy truth. Inspire me with the spirit of joy and gladness. Inspire me with the spirit of joy and gladness. And make me the cup of strength to suffering souls. Philip Brooks, what a great quote that is. But anyway, so let me close out with doing the high hope